you are a Mac user, you'll notice that on your dock or your launchpad, you have an audio recording software that is called GarageBand. GarageBand is your basic, straightforward introduction into recording music. Not a bad app. Now, GarageBand for the most part is a consumer product, meaning it's really not meant to be used as a professional and standard digital audio workstation. Hell, I don't even think it even deserves the name digital audio workstation. Really, it's for regular jack-offs. However, there is a way much more advanced version of this, and it's called Logic Pro 10, which is what I am using right now, as you can see. And it has way much more features and so many tools than GarageBand. Really, GarageBand is way too limited. In today's digital world, thousands and thousands of people have more power than big record companies. Studios are being established in bedrooms, garages, basements, you name it. Now, there are some pros and cons that you are going to have to take into consideration about this. The pros are that anyone from anywhere can now gain easy access to these digital audio workstations. The cons are, of course, everyone can gain easy access to these digital audio workstations! And why is that? Because it's always important to keep the less talented away from these digital audio workstations. Because if you don't, well, you end up with garbage like Blood on the Dance Floor, The Millionaires, Patrice Wilson, and more recently, Mandy fucking Vanity. Now, I know the first thing that pops into your head when you hear that name, and I'm here to tell you, no, don't worry, she is not related to the colored emo pedophile raccoon, and thank fucking God for that. Now, this video isn't anything new, seeing as though it has been released about 2 years ago, but has recently been getting a little bit of notoriety from people such as myself, Atticus the Death Metaler, and Stoutmeister, and so many other people as well. Fortunately, the numbers are very, very tiny, and I prefer it stay that way. So, without further ado, enough of my fucking yapping, let's go on and fuck this video up. So we first entered into a forest, and that's it. There really isn't anything else for me to explain. I mean, the more I think about it, it's one of the most generic places you can ever film at. What the fuck was that? Oh, this is gonna be fun. I usually do.
You better guess again.
Nope, I still usually do. What the fuck does that mean? Well, I've been waiting to play with you for about an hour now, and all you've been doing is just standing there and singing fucking bullshit. Come on! I got a schedule to keep up with. Well, I can see here that intimidation isn't really your forte. And I'm guessing this is based off of the relationships that you had in the past that crashed and burned, and now you're fucking pissed at him that because they crashed and burned. Seriously, lady, get the fuck over it. You're gonna have to check on the rulebook again because I got a royal flush. Here we go again with the failed intimidation. But then again, how can you be intimidating when you have music like this playing along? Wow, she's right. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get how this song was so poorly written and poorly produced. Okay. This is the part of the video that will 100% guarantee make your night or day, wherever it is that you're located at. Just take a look at this. Okay. You just repeated everything by rapping this time. So do I really need to continue here? Yeah, I'm gonna cut it short here because this is just one of the many reasons as to why you should keep the less talented away from these programs. This sort of stuff is what's killing music today, and so many of us have pointed it out, and we're gonna continue to point it out until it just fucking stops. Because rather than these people actually taking time and effort into capturing the best performance as possible, unfortunately they have to rely on machines and plugins to do 99% of the job for them. And that is a true and utter shame. There are people out there who do take the time and effort, however, but unfortunately, of course, they're being overshadowed with canned, processed, auto-tuned, auto-corrected, auto-pitch corrected, and beat corrected bullshit. And I'm not gonna act as if I know every single thing about audio recording. I don't. Hell, I still got 2 more years to go, and I still have a lot to learn. The reality is, learning never stops. Take this setup for example. I know that there are some flaws in this. This room isn't really that acoustically treated, which is the most critical thing that you should pay attention if you want to build your own home studio. So to conclude this, if you've accidentally gotten yourself a free copy of Pro Tools, Logic Pro X, Ableton, whichever one, don't give yourself delusions. Because that's what happens with most people who've managed to get their hands on these very, very powerful digital audio workstations. They give themselves delusions and they elude themselves to thinking that just because they gotten themselves this wonderful program, they are automatically a record producer, which does not work at all. I used to think so myself when I first got my first digital audio workstation. By accident, of course, it was given to me free. If you really want to go professional, start with the fundamentals, move on to the basics, and then afterwards, learn and practice as much as possible. And if you really want your music to have a full impact on everyone, don't, under any circumstances, rely on machines doing 99% of the job for you. Because people can tell the difference between a simulated instrument versus a real live instrument. With that being said, I leave you guys by saying see you later. take care of yourselves, take care of someone else. I would end this with a metal tune, but since I'm in a goofy mood, I'm just gonna leave you with this.
She's got that smile, she's got the walk, she's got the talk, she's got that zing. There's just one thing, she's got a penis.